That's Gracie Price. She used to spend time at the ranch with your mom. Kinda looked up to Mary, and you would have been too young to remember that.
I haven't been around, but I'm trying to change that. And you're my little brother, and I care about you.
If that's true, then you'll sign the deal with Heartland. It's time to put this ridiculous feud behind us.
They are supplementing their cattle with gold.
Slow and haunting. A line of text fades in. The wait is over. But Heartland will never be the same. A deep, steady voice begins. This September, the story you love returns. But in season 19, everything changes. Cut to quick flashes. Amy looking out across the ranch. Jack standing silently on the porch. Lou pacing with worry in her eyes. The voice continues, with Ty gone. The family must face a future they never expected. Music swells as the screen fades to white. The video opens with a sweeping shot of the Heartland Ranch at sunrise. Golden light spills across the fields, horses graze quietly, and the camera slowly moves toward the house. The mood feels calm, almost peaceful, but it doesn't last. The next moment cuts to Amy, standing alone by the corral. Her face carries the weight of loss, her eyes searching the horizon as if she's waiting for someone who will never return. A soft voiceover whispers, "Sometimes, love leaves us with memories, not promises. From here." The screen flashes to Lou in the kitchen, stacking papers, her voice trembling as she says off-screen, "We can't hold on forever." "Amy." Jack's silhouette appears behind her, and his gravelly voice adds, "We hold on because it's all we know." The family is fractured, tied together by grief and the hard work of keeping Heartland alive. The trailer quickens. Horses run free across the open fields, their hooves pounding against the earth like drums of war. The voiceover deepens, but even when the past weighs heavy, life brings new beginnings. Suddenly, the mood shifts. A truck pulls up to the ranch. Out steps Nathan, his presence unfamiliar, his gaze sharp. The music grows darker, strings building tension. He looks around the ranch with curiosity mixed with calculation. A quick flash shows Amy narrowing her eyes at him, then Lou crossing her arms, wary. Jack's voice returns. "Strangers can change everything." The camera pans to Nathan shaking hands with a ranch hand, then standing by the barn with an unreadable smirk. He isn't here just to visit. He's here with purpose. The screen fades black, and the words appear. A new face arrives. The next shot is fast, Nathan and Amy clashing in the corral. Amy shouting, "You don't belong here." The sound cuts out suddenly, leaving only the echo of Amy's voice hanging in silence. As the silence lingers, a single horse whinnies, breaking the stillness. Then a heartbeat sound begins, slow and heavy. 1, 2, 3. With each beat, flashes of conflict appear. Lou slamming a door. Jack sitting on the porch in silence. Amy wiping tears from her eyes as she leans on the fence post. The voiceover speaks again, lower, more intense. Ty is gone. Nathan has come, and nothing will ever be the same. The section closes with Amy standing in the pasture, her hand on her chest, whispering quietly into the air. Why does it still feel like he's here? Music drops suddenly to silence, holding for a moment before the screen cuts to black. Text fades in. The screen opens in near silence, only the distant sound of a storm brewing. Clouds gather over the ranch. A single line of text fades in across the dark sky. Every storm brings a choice. A low rumble of thunder rolls as Amy is shown training a wild horse in the round pen. She's focused, determined, but there's a flicker of frustration in her eyes. The horse bucks against her control, mirroring her inner struggle. The camera cuts closer to her face, sweat, grit, and unspoken pain. A voiceover, calm but heavy, breaks through. She tries to heal the horses, but inside, she's the one who's breaking. The screen flashes suddenly to Nathan standing near the barn doors, watching Amy in silence. His figure is dark against the dim light, and for a moment, he looks almost like a shadow of the past. The music grows uneasy, strings whispering with tension. Lou's voice cuts in, urgent. "We don't know what he wants, Amy. We don't know why he's here." The next shots are quick. Fragmented Amy brushing down a horse with shaky hands. Jack sitting at the dinner table staring at Nathan with suspicion. Lou pacing as if carrying a burden too heavy for words. Then, silence again. The camera lingers on Nathan. He steps forward, slow, deliberate. His voice is heard for the first time, quiet but cold. I didn't come here to make friends. I came here for what's mine. The screen flashes white with the crack of lightning, and the trailer's pace explodes. Horses gallop wildly across the open fields. Amy screams in anger. Lou slams a book shut, and Jack punches his hand against the table. Each sound is louder, sharper, almost overwhelming. Over the chaos, the voiceover declares, "A stranger has arrived." But is he friend or foe? The screen then slows again, fading into a softer moment. Amy is seen holding a photo of Ty, her hand trembling. She whispers, "He should be here." The music softens for a breath before snapping back with a sudden surge. Nathan is shown in the ranch yard, pulling his coat tight against the wind. His eyes lock on Amy, his expression unreadable. A tense drumbeat begins, steady and relentless, as a montage plays. Amy riding a horse at full speed, her hair flying in the wind. Nathan standing with someone in the shadows, exchanging words we can't hear. Lou crying quietly, whispering, "We can't lose this place." Jack walking into the barn late at night, only to stop suddenly, his face frozen in shock. The screen flickers with flashes of storm clouds, lightning, and galloping hooves. The heartbeat returns, pounding faster, louder. The voiceover drops into a whisper. Every family has secrets, and Heartland is about to uncover theirs. Section 2 ends with a sharp cut. Amy's voice, crying out in the dark, "Nathan, stop!" Black screen. Silence. The screen flickers to life with the image of a lantern glowing in the barn. Shadows stretch long across the walls as rain patters on the roof. The sound of a horse snorting nervously echoes through the silence. A line of text fades in over the dim light. Every family bond has limits. The camera shifts to Lou sitting at the kitchen table late at night. Papers are scattered everywhere, bills, contracts, ledgers. She runs her hands over her face, exhausted, and whispers to herself, "We can't keep this up forever." The scene cuts to Jack, leaning against the barn door, his voice slow and steady. "This land has seen storms before, but this one feels different." His tone is almost prophetic, hinting at something darker on the horizon. Music begins to pulse. A slow build of violins, uneasy and sharp. Nathan appears again, but differently this time. Not as an intruder, not as a shadow, but as someone sitting at the dinner table with the family. The clinking of cutlery is loud in the silence, everyone avoiding each other's gaze. Then Nathan finally speaks, calm but with an edge. "I didn't come here to take anything. Not yet." The words hang heavy, and Amy slams her fork down. She doesn't speak, but her eyes burn with anger. The screen cuts to black before her voice cracks out. "Then why are you here?" A quick montage erupts, Lou clutching a phone, shouting, "You can't trust him." Jack gripping his hat so tightly his knuckles turn white. Amy riding across the fields at night, wind tearing through the darkness. The voiceover returns, this time heavier, more haunting. "When trust breaks, even love can't mend it." The music grows louder, more chaotic. Horses gallop through the rain. A door slams shut. Nathan is seen standing alone in the barn, whispering into the shadows. They don't know the truth. A heartbeat sound begins again, but faster now, like panic. Each beat cuts to a flash, Amy crying by Ty's photo, Lou screaming at Jack, Nathan shaking someone's hand in secret. The tension builds until it's unbearable, then silence. Amy's voice whispers, trembling, "What if we lose everything?" The lantern in the barn flickers one last time before going out completely. The screen bursts open with the sound of thunder crashing. Rain pours down across the Heartland ranch. Horses race through the mud, their hooves slamming against the earth like war drums. The music roars, violins clashing with deep drums, creating a heartbeat of chaos. Text flashes quickly across the screen. Bonds will break. Secrets will rise. Nothing will ever be the same. The storm rages as the camera cuts to Amy screaming through the rain. Her voice raw. "You can't do this." Lightning strikes, illuminating Nathan's face in the darkness. He stares back at her, silent, a figure of mystery and danger. The trailer shifts into rapid-fire flashes, Lou hugging Katie tightly as the storm rumbles around them. Jack shouting, "This family won't fall apart. Not now." Nathan standing in the barn, his hand gripping something hidden behind his back. Amy riding at full speed, the storm whipping against her, her face set in fierce determination. Then everything slows. The storm noise fades, replaced by a single piano note repeating, soft and haunting. The screen shows Amy standing in the pasture at dawn, rain dripping from her hair, her voice breaking. "Ty, I wish you were here." For a moment, silence holds. The camera lingers on her face, filled with grief but also fire. Then Nathan's voice, almost a whisper, cuts through. "He's not coming back. But I am." The music erupts again, louder than ever. Horses rear up, doors slam, voices overlap in chaos. The screen flickers with fiery words. Love. Loss. Loyalty. Betrayal. Finally, the storm cuts out completely. Silence. The last image. Amy stands at the ranch fence at sunset, her hand on the worn wood. Behind her, Nathan's shadow lingers just out of reach. She whispers softly, almost to herself, "Everything is about to change." The screen goes black. The screen fades back in after total blackness. The storm is gone. The world feels strangely still. Drops of water glisten on the corral fence. Horses stand quietly in the pasture, steam rising from their bodies in the cool morning air. A soft piano melody begins, almost fragile, like it might break at any moment. Text fades in slowly, one word at a time. When the dust settles, the truth remains. Amy walks through the pasture in silence, her boots sinking into the damp earth. Her eyes are distant, her shoulders heavy. She pauses near the fence, resting her hand on the wood where Ty once stood. The camera lingers on her face, broken, yet fighting to stay strong. Lou's voice, soft and weary, whispers over the images. "We can't undo the past, but we can't hide from the future either." The camera cuts to Jack sitting alone in the barn, his hat tipped low, his voice gravelly and full of sorrow. Sometimes family is the only thing left, but even family can tear apart. The music swells, not chaotic this time, but mournful. Nathan reappears. He's not shouting, not storming. He stands quietly on the ranch hill, looking down at the Heartland home as the sun rises. His voice, calm and haunting, overlays the shot. "This place, it's more than land. It's more than horses. It's a legacy. And soon, it will be mine." A deep silence follows. Then, in slow motion, Amy turns sharply, her eyes looking toward the hill, toward Nathan. The screen cuts between their faces, grief against ambition, love against betrayal. The heartbeat sound returns, faint at first, then louder, echoing like distant drums of war. Quick flashes begin again, but slower than before, like fragments of memory. Amy riding through a foggy morning, her figure swallowed by mist. Lou crying quietly, clutching a letter. Jack staring at a photo of Ty, his hand shaking. Nathan's shadow stretching long across the ranch yard. The music rises higher, strings pulling painfully against the piano, until it stops suddenly. Silence. Amy's voice, trembling, delivers the final line. "If we lose Heartland, we lose everything." The screen slams to black. The screen is dark. No music. Just the faint creak of a wooden door opening. A single lantern flickers to life, casting long shadows across the Heartland barn. The glow reveals Nathan standing alone, his hand brushing across the old wooden beams as though he's searching for something buried in the past. Text appears slowly across the screen. "Every secret finds the light." Amy's voice drifts in, almost like a memory. "We thought we knew our story, but we don't." The scene cuts to a dusty box being opened. Inside, letters, photographs, something hidden for years. Nathan's hand trembles as he pulls one out, his expression unreadable. The music begins again, Not loud or fast, but low and unsettling, a single violin note stretching endlessly, making the air heavy. Lou is shown whispering to Jack, "If the truth comes out, it could destroy us." Jack stares at her, his face hard, and says nothing. Then a sudden flash of Amy riding hard across the hills, her voice crying out over the wind, "You can't take this from us." The screen cuts to black, a deep voiceover, slow and final, declares, "This isn't just about family, this is about survival." Quick flashes, not chaotic, but precise, like pieces of a puzzle snapping into place. Nathan closing the barn door behind him. Amy clutching Ty's photo, tears in her eyes. Lou burning a piece of paper in the fire. Jack walking away from the ranch, his hat low, his shoulders heavy, then silence again. The screen stays black for a long beat, until one final whisper is heard, Nathan's voice, close, intimate, chilling. "Heartland belongs to me now." The trailer ends with one last shot. The ranch house at dusk, lights glowing faintly in the windows, but a shadow moving across the porch. Final words appear on screen in sharp white text. Heartland Season 19 premieres September 18th. 7 p.m. The music doesn't return, only the faint sound of a horse exhaling into the night. Then, silence.